You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
Good morning. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody is doing well on this early Sunday morning. Hope everybody had a great it's not new, it's free comic book day yesterday. I know I did. I got to hang out with Mark, Legion of Comics, and the Comic Viking down in Augusta, ABX, their local comic shop. So got to hang out down there. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But let's check in with the chat this morning. Trev is here. Good morning, Trev. Appreciate you being here. John is here. He is up early on a Sunday. Phil is here. And both Phil and Trev have shows today. Phil, the Sunday Sort at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Trev goes live tonight with Evil Mike at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central. So definitely go check that out. We'll get into it a little bit too, talk about the the Sunday lineup. There's lots of stuff going on YouTube on Sunday in the community. So John is here. Good morning. I think I met John at Terrificon like 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Was it 3 years ago? 2 years ago, I think. So John, good to see you. And Justin. I met Justin at Terrificon with Bearded Comic Bro. Sat with them for a little while, and Justin is officially the letterer on my first comic book. We'll talk a little bit about that too. Beckerman is here. Big shout out to Beckerman too. I jumped on the Outback last night, Bad Spidey's hangout, and we were talking about. And like I said, we'll get into it. I have a Kickstarter going. I have created and wrote a comic book, and it's on Kickstarter now. And all of the artwork and things are done. And so Beckerman, Mark, Legion of Comics, and others helped me promote it last night and really bump up the pledges that are on it. So it was really. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Rob, Fat Stacks, Izzy, a bunch of people from the community. So I really do appreciate that. So Jerry's here. Good morning, Jerry. Hope you are doing well. So Blessed Pops. Good morning. Blue is here. Good morning. Wellbore is here. Hopefully, I think last time we checked in with Wellbore on Friday, I think it was snowing in Canada by him. So hopefully that's not that's not still happening. BTC, bottom tier collector. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Durs is here. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll send. I usually schedule the shows out so I can send you the thumbnails. Not a problem. I'm new to the Sunday lineup. We switched from Saturdays to Sundays. So, Troy's, good morning. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, it was a good, so it was the first time I was down at Augusta Book Exchange. I didn't actually make it to the LCS locally by me. I spend enough money there weekly, so I went somewhere else today. Yesterday went and hung out with Paul and Mark and the Comic Viking. So, and they had a really good crowd. They had a lot of people coming in. They had like a bunch of little tables set up with artists. It was a good free comic book day. And then we bounced over to Dead Media Collections, which is kind of like a secondhand store. They don't do new comic books. They sell toys and video, DVDs, Blu-ray, VHS, but they had a bunch of comics, and they had comics that were half off. Any of the back issues were half off. So it was really, it was a good it was, some deals to be had for sure. Cliff is here. Good morning, Cliff. I know Cliff and John. I have to catch the replay. Cliff is now doing a Saturday morning, Cliff Comics and Coffee, I believe, on Saturday morning. So I was actually on my way down to the comic shop when he went live yesterday. So I did catch a brief snippet of it. So I saw that he was hanging out with John. So definitely need to go, go check that out. Definitely on my replay list for sure. Let's see. Chris is here. Good morning, Chris. Sent Chris some books recently. He picked up some books I was it's interesting because last Sunday we did the live stream in the morning, and then I did later in the afternoon. I'm surplusing some books that are, that really don't fit my PC. I want to get more focused on what I'm collecting. And so I sold some books to a couple people. Chris was one of them, but that video went crazy this week. It has, I don't know, 800, 900 views. And a few people reached out and picked up some other books, people I had never really seen in any of my streams. And I asked them, how did you find it? And it said it got recommended in their feed. So I'm assuming obviously YouTube must have picked it up. Let me take a look. So it's got 750 views, which is really high for any of my live streams. I mean, typically my live streams do fairly well. We have a good group hanging out with us, well over 100 views. But this went 750. And so I had few people reach out on Instagram looking for some stuff that I was selling and was able to sell some books. So I don't know what triggered that to be picked up by YouTube, but I'll take it. Yes. Yeah. It's actually, both Saturday and Sunday are really busy. There is plenty of content, to be had. Right. And, a lot of the streams have been going on for, 2 years now, so you've got, it's just so much content. I mean, other than live sports, I really, and there's one or two TV shows that my wife and I will watch together, and stuff on streaming and that, but we don't really watch any TV anymore, live TV, and even the shows that I watch from a streaming perspective are way down because I'm always watching stuff on YouTube. So yes, yeah, Cliff he slid right. It's like he was like one of those Russian scammers, porn, bots. They slid right. Cliff slid right into that time slot, like sliding into your DM. So I was happy. I'm happy somebody, because not a lot of people stream Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So it's you're always trying to find a spot when you're not competing against a fellow YouTuber or community member. But it's tough to do now because there's so many streams going on at all the time. So. Oh yeah, I did see that. The shop I was at, ABX, had the blank. I didn't pick up the blank, but I did pick up the foil with Superman, which is a great cover. But I know they did have some blanks. I don't know how many they had, but yeah. I mean, the Gibbon gang lives on, although Reggie is not doing content anymore as of right now. Good, thank you. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll talk a little bit about the Kickstarter. I'm actually going to be doing a lot of over the next couple of weeks, popping in on as a guest on some other people's channels. Gary B, 22 Comics, K-pop. Trying to think what else I have lined up. I have a few things lined up. Going to be on Anachronic Comics channel, the Anachronic College of Comic Book Knowledge. I think I got that right. Going to be hanging out with him, and we're going to be doing. My topic is, of course, Spider-Man. I watched. Now, I never saw the original series. I just 97. I was getting ready to get engaged, and so I wasn't really into comic books in 97. Um, so I watched the first episode of X-Men '97, and I it was okay. I wasn't impressed. Um, but I don't have the history of the original show. I thought it was good. That it was okay, but I haven't. It didn't make me want to go back and watch the other episodes yet. But I do know. I think in the past episode, there's a Spider-Man cameo. Spider-Man pops in. I saw it somewhere on Instagram or something. So definitely definitely want to go. Definitely want to give it a shot and check it out. I don't have the nostalgia that I think a lot of people have for that show because I never I never watched um, I never watched the original. So um, is that what Cliff is doing? He's tasting different coffee creamers. That's that's not actually a bad idea. I see, some of those food videos and reviews of food or fast food do crazy amounts of views. So that might not be a bad little niche to get in on. Mike is here. Evil's Comics. Mike, appreciate you being here. And Mike has really been a big help. Mike was one of the first people that I sent my comic book script to kind of give it a once over, give me some feedback. Him and Taylor Winder. And I actually just sent the finished copy over to Mike in a PDF, and he was able to go through it and read it for me, kind of proofread it for me, make sure everything looked good. So I really do appreciate Mike taking the time to do that. When he was doing comic book reviews, I know he's on a little bit of a break from that. He's doing some book reviews and things like that. But um, one of my favorite reviewers because of the his point of view that he gives reading a book. And so I thought, and even Taylor Winder is a good, in my opinion, very good. And he hasn't been doing it either. His reviews. I was able to, send that out to him. So they both gave me some feedback on it. So um, I appreciate you guys taking the time to do that. Yeah, I gotta give it a chance. I gotta get into it. I just, like I said, for me, I don't have that hook from the original series because I never watched it. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely give it a shot. I just finished up the Bad Batch, Star Wars that wrapped up season 3. That was the final season of that show. I thought that was well done. I know there was a new Star Wars animated show that got dropped on Disney Plus yesterday. I haven't had a chance to look at that. So Phil is here. Good morning. Um, let's see. Justin is here. Said good morning. Yeah, like I said, I definitely have to give X-Men. I definitely have to give X-Men a shot. So, but like I said, I wasn't overwhelmed by the first episode, but we'll see. Trev, and then the Uncanny D-Man shows up, right? Big X-Men fans, right? I can't talk. I can't talk bad about it. Fallout, yeah. I didn't watch. What was the other video game? Twisted Metal, with Anthony Mackie. And I remember that game. I played Twisted Metal. I mean, I think that was a launch game for PS1, wasn't it? Back in the day. So I heard that was pretty good. I just it's finding the time to watch uh, all of the content. Um, so let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure too. If there's certain books that you're looking for as far as free comic book day stuff, if you didn't pick them up, um, I know I left the shop yesterday afternoon, probably around 3 o'clock, 3:30, and they were kind of wrapping up around 5. They were going to kind of transition to doing some other things. So I'm sure there's some free comic book day stuff still out there. Augusta Book Exchange, you might want to hit up there on Facebook. Paul, the owner, does a really great job. So, um, yeah, you might want to check it out. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I grew up on the Saturday morning stuff, right? Super Friends, Hanna Barbera stuff too. So, but I always enjoyed the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, the original Spider-Man one that was in the '60s. So Kenneth is here. Where's Kenneth? I missed him. Good morning, Mr. Kenneth Bird. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I gotta carve out some time to try to um, watch these things. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, most shops will do that too if they have them left over. I know, um, certain books, LCSs don't order a lot of, but some of the big ones, um, Absolute Power and some of the Marvel ones, they order a lot of them. So, all right, Durs is giving me the okay to not watch his content for a little while and catch up on some streaming content. But the problem is too. I'm wearing my Rangers t-shirt here, New York Rangers. The Rangers is NHL playoff time, and the Rangers are in the playoffs. They start the second round actually today. They got a game today at 4 o'clock, and so that's been taking a lot of my time. Big hockey fan, big Ranger fan. So that's been eating up a bunch of my time too. And so they just announced the schedule. They've got a game today, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I'll be busy watching some NHL hockey and the Rangers. So go Rangers. Let's see. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yes, Justin, the Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Sorry, condolences to the Penguins who didn't make the playoffs. But yeah, because we talked hockey at Hero at Terrificon a couple years ago. So no, not those Rangers, the original New York Rangers, not that knockoff team in Texas. Flyers, another team that fell short, but a big rival of the Rangers. Um, and on cue, as we talk hockey, Canadian Survivalist shows up. Good morning. Yeah, Penguins have been good over the years, right? The last 10, 15 years, the Sidney Crosby era, and before that, Lemieux and Yager. I mean, they've been good. They've had a competitive team for years. So I we actually might try to go to a game. So the Rangers are playing the Carolina Hurricanes, and so two games. The first two games are in New York, and then the second two will be in North Carolina. But still, it's about a 2-hour drive from us, and tickets here are much cheaper than trying to buy them to New York City. I mean, I just did a quick look this morning, and I can get tickets down here for about $200 a ticket, and in New York they're like 500. So I'd much rather, not that I'm going to go back to New York to go see a game, but um, much cheaper to buy tickets out of market than in the New York market for sure. So, um, all right. So yeah, why don't we talk a little bit? We've been talking a little bit about it. The Kickstarter, the Doctor. So this is my first ever comic book creation. And like I said, yesterday we had a bunch of people, Mark Beckerman, Rob Fatstacks, Izzyverse, Mad Spidey, a bunch of people talking about it. I jumped on the Outback stream, the Saturday evening stream with those guys, and a bunch of them pledged and helped spread the word. So really do appreciate that. Um, we just opened this up Friday night, late Friday night. And we have a goal of $1,500, and we're 2/3 of the way there. We're at 996. So really do appreciate everybody who supported it, and I'm excited about it. I actually, like I said, all of the artwork, everything is based. The book is basically ready to go, and um, we have everything's basically done. I'm ready to basically get it printed. So it was one of the things that I had heard and talked to. I talked to a bunch of other indie comic book creators. Brandon from Dismay Comics, Doug Bratton, who is the writer of Isolation, And so they gave me a lot of feedback and advice. And so one of the things that Brandon had mentioned was about self-funding it, right? Don't wait until you get the money from Kickstarter. If you can lay out the money ahead of time and get things pretty much done, then once the Kickstarter is done, you can basically get the book printed and get them sent off pretty quickly. And so that's what I did. So it was really, I thought, really helpful because I know I've backed some Kickstarters in the past, and there's a long lead time for when it ends and when you actually get the book. So that was a great bit of advice. So just scrolling through, showing you some of the covers in that. And let me, I know Trev dropped the link. I'll drop the link again if anybody's interested. And if you can support it, that is totally fine. No worries. But if you can share it out, right, just help me spread the word. That would really be helpful. Bleeker's here. Bleeker, I'm sure, is warming up, getting ready for church with Bleeker at 10:45 this morning. So Marcus is here. Marcus supporting the Kickstarter as well yesterday. Thank you for that. Shouting it out. Yes, yeah, and so that was part of the discussion last night. So one of the rewards on the one of the rewards here, let me see, is a shout out tier, right? So let's scroll all the way down. Shout out tier. It's one of the highest costing tiers, $100, right? And so basically the shout out tier is that we'll put your name in the book, your logo, basically like a little dedication page. And so it turned into let's dedicate this to Beckerman. And Mark from Legion of Comics had kind of started it and turned it into let's see what we can say about Beckerman on the back page of it. So it was really funny. Becker was a really good sport about it. So I really appreciate that. That was it was fun. It was fun to and Beckerman just rolled with it and was happy to play along, I should say, right? So so nice, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing with sports too. You can, at a market, you can often, do okay with seeing games a little bit cheaper. The only thing you have to be concerned about is the market sometimes, right? As a Ranger fan, there are probably certain places I wouldn't go visit. Like Philadelphia might be one of them. Even as a New York Giant fan, I've been to Dolphin Stadium. I've been to Jacksonville to see the Giants. But there are certain places you want to be careful about what you're wearing and where you're going. So, not a fan of Kickstarter. Yeah, it's one interesting thing. So this is the first campaign I've ever done on Kickstarter. But within Kickstarter, as the creator of a project, you get direct message. There's like a messaging. You can message me, and I'm getting a ton of spam messages. So from people just saying, "Hey, we can help you. If you pay us, we can help you. Uh, you know, um, advertise and do things with your campaign." And I was not anticipating that. Had no idea that was part of it, and got a ton of spam messages. So pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm going to try to. Yeah, I have a lot of invites from a lot of people. So it's just a matter of trying to work out. But yeah, I'd love to come. I know Lorenzo and you have been doing some. You've been doing some promotion, of other Kickstarters and other creators. So definitely want to come on and check it out. Yeah, that was, like I said, that I have to Dismay Comics, Brandon, really, that was one of his tips. And so, and that was a really a great, a great tip. I mean, I basically, I printed, I'll show you, I printed out the complete book just on my, my home printer, just to kind of get the feel for what the book would, look like and feel like. And, it's pretty exciting to hold something that you've created in your own hands. And now I'm really excited about getting this in real, comic book form. But Yeah, that was a great bit of advice. And, I was lucky enough to have the funds to be able to, pre-fund the work because, getting artwork done is not inexpensive. You can, part of the process I found out, you can pay $25 a page to up to $300 a page. Rates are kind of all over. It depends on the artist and where they are from and the detail and level of work that they do. So, if you're looking at a 20-page comic book, if you're paying $100 a page, you're $2,000 in just for the artwork. And um, it depends on if that person's doing the coloring, or you may need a colorist, and then the lettering and all those things, right? And then the physical printing of the books and things like that. So, um, yeah, no, that's one place I probably, well, if I would go, I would definitely not be wearing any of my team colors for sure. I mean, they punched a horse last time, right? Didn't they? They were going nuts in the street. So, um, no, no, no. Nope. I get my fandom from my dad, right? My dad was a big football fan, hockey fan, baseball fan. He was a Dodgers fan back in the day when the Dodgers were the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then he adopted the Mets, unfortunately. But he was always a National League guy. So that's kind of where I get the fandom from, and I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. Scott is here. Good morning, Scott. Appreciate you being here, popping in. Cup is here. Will, good morning. Appreciate you being here. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, right. The Coyotes just are getting moved. Yeah, and the thing too is I've learned a lot, about the process, right? Finding an artist, working with an artist. Um, Justin Birch was, with the lettering had been very helpful. A number of the pages that I got back from the artist were not formatted properly, even though I had asked the artist if he could meet the certain criteria for printing. Um, and he said, "Oh yeah, I can do that." And so I had to go back to him. Justin kind of pointed that out to me. So definitely a lot of little learning things that you need to understand with creating your first Kickstarter for sure. Um, and that's the kind of messages I'm getting on Kickstarter. And like I said, I had no idea. I had no idea that was a thing within Kickstarter. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a few people highlight the salmon twitch with it's just no word bubbles, right? It's just like a little line pointing to it. Yeah, if you can't read the story, if it's difficult to read, then, no matter how fantastic the art is, if you can't read the story, then, um, yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike. Big shout out to Mike again. Thank you, Mike, for your help reading and giving me some tips on the story and things like that. So, Zach is here. Good morning, Zach. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. If you don't feel strongly enough about it to be able to invest your own money, then yeah, how can you be confident of having other people? It's a good point. Yeah, that was, like I said, that was one of the biggest tips, and really, um, I think it's a benefit, right, to be able to have, the book is basically done. I could send it to the printer today, but, um, and the PDF, like if anybody, being able to have the PDF to be able to send to people that maybe want to read it, or if I'm going to be on their show, that they can read it and ask any questions, things like that. So, um, let's see. Did I miss somebody? I thought I hear somebody. Well, that's good. Yeah, but if I was in Philly, I wouldn't wear any of the team colors, right? I did not. I did not. So one of the resources that a few people gave me, where there's a number of Facebook groups that comic book artists and writers looking to connect, and so that's where I found the resource. Um, but I do plan on doing other other issues. I'm working on issue 2 and 3 right now. This the Doctor is going to be kind of a three. My anticipation is going to be a 3-issue, book story arc. So yeah, definitely looking to tap into a different artist. Not that I was unsatisfied with the artwork that was done in issue 1, but I am looking to work with a different artist for issue 2. So, I think I just have to try to find the right community artist, because I know, that they're busy with a lot of different things. So, timing of it, the artist that I went with was able to, complete the art within about 3 months, about 15 pages. So he did about 5 pages. It was even probably less than 3 months. So, I basically had started this at the beginning of the year. So, um, so yeah, so that's the Doctor. If like I said, thank you to everybody who's already supported it. And if you're interested, please go check it out. And like I said, if you can't support it from a financial standpoint, that is totally okay. But if you can just share it out, that any getting more eyeballs on it will be super helpful, obviously. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of work, right? Since I was not the artist, right? So I had to come up with some details on the character background, their look, and then be able to translate that to the artist. I used a lot of pulling from images, other saying, hey, I want the character to kind of look like this and this color scheme and things like that. So definitely, it's definitely, if you're able to do some of the work yourself. I know, for example, Comic Journey has been talking about doing a book, and he would do the art himself. So write the story and do the art himself. There's obviously a big advantage, um, um, big advantage to being able to do that yourself. I do. I've outlined it. Mike. I have it, kind of the overall outline and what I want to cover. I'm working on writing the script for issue 2 right now. So yeah, I try to kind of lay out the whole story. So no worries, no worries. David's here. Good morning, Callie and Jordan Squad. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. That's good. That's good to know. I'm not planning to go to Philly. Big shout out to, let's mention all of the channel subscribers. Let me see. I hit the button too quick. Trev the Shipping Guru, last month's winner. Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimension. Seth 11, Rob Fatstacks Old Comics, The Comic Vet, Izzyverse NYC, Comic Bookworm, Collecting with Durs, Cat Fan Comics Man, J80 Hobbies, Fanboy Prime, Comics by the Bay, Joshua Anderson, Philtastic Comics and Art, Commieverse Tony, Gene Malo, Madam Blaster, Clef on Comics, Jimmy G Comic Guy, Remy Q Studios, Coco Loves Chevy, and Neil Collects. Thank you guys for everybody for being channel members. We did our member giveaway last week, and we're going to be gearing up for a new May giveaway as well. So really appreciate everybody who is part of that. And we need to give away our first duck of the month. So we'll have a hashtag today that we'll give a duck away for the chat that's here. And then we will, if you use that same hashtag in a comment after the live stream is done, you'll get a chance at another duck. So here is everybody that left that hashtag in last week's video: Adventurous Joe, Lacrucius, Trev the Shipping Guru, Cliff, Canadian Survivalist, God is Great, and Kenneth Bird. So let us run this to see who our first duck is. We'll shuffle. Who's it going to be? Who's getting our first duck? Trev's out in front with 8 seconds. Who's going to come up and snipe him? Who's it going to be? Cliff? Cliff has been on a winning streak. For sure. Congrats, Cliff. Cliff and Trev have been on a streak here. So congrats. Yeah, he's still around. He's been doing some, still doing stuff on his channel, shout outs, and the same stuff he usually does. So yeah, I don't know if he's been as active on other people's channels, but he's around. He's around, still making shout out videos. There he is, Cliff again on a streak. Didn't Cliff? Was it? I don't know. Cliff has been lucky lately. Let's just lucky in winning comics. Let's put it that way, or ducks. But Cliff does a great with the Council of Comics does a great giveaway. They do a weekly or a monthly giveaway, right? So you have a chance to earn some ducks. Right, that was it. It was 22, right? It was 22. Was it on 22 Comics channel? Sleepy Reader's here, Davian. Good morning. Yes, we are live. I've moved my live stream from Saturdays to Sunday. So yes, appreciate you hanging out with us. But yes, we are. Son of Bruce is here. There he is, LCS owner himself. Hopefully, Free Comic Book Day was a success for your shop. Yeah. Joffrey's here. Good morning. I'm not sure who that question is for, but yeah, I know he's Ken God is Great has mentioned he's had a couple videos on his channel ranting about people not showing him some love back for supporting them and shouting them out and things like that, which is unfortunate. So because he's just he tries to support everybody and shout everybody out. So I'm sure I'm live. It says live right in the top little button there. And I just found out too. You can look at how many. Well, I guess you can. Got 25 people hanging out. 24 hanging out. We had 25. Somebody left. All right. What else? Well, let's. We're rapidly approaching our stopping point. We got about 15 minutes left. Let's. Let me share what I do with it. There it is. Let me share this week's. So yeah, leave the hashtag the doctor, and we'll give away another duck for the end of the month prizes. Then we'll pull some books from the prize box. Let's see. Yes, yeah, working on one this week. I really enjoy the vlog stuff. Legion of Comics has been doing them, Mark, for a couple weeks now, and I thought it was just a great idea. I always enjoy kind of seeing the back end, the slice of life type stuff. So yeah, definitely we'll putting more of those together. They're fun to do. Definitely a different way to make videos than just sitting in a chair and showing off books. So yeah, definitely interested in doing more of those. That was fun. That was certainly fun to do, and it's content that I like watching, the kind of behind the scenes type stuff. So yes. The dogs are, if you're a dog guy, a dog person, right? So I like to highlight the dogs too. My dogs, my two puppies. I walk them every day, take them out. You know, they're like since my three children are older now. They've become the babies that we take care of. So, oh, good, good, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I enjoy watching them from other content creators. And like I said, I have to shout out Mark, Legion of Comics, because he really watching his videos gave me that idea of saying, hey, I want to make those myself. So, yep, working on one for this week as well. So, so all right, give everybody a couple more seconds. We've got 16 entered out of 23 watching. So give everybody a few more seconds to get in. Metarog is here, Roger. Good morning. ABX is here. Good morning. ABX, Paul. ABX hung out with them most of the day yesterday. Great free comic book day in their shop. Had a good amount of people. Hopefully it was a successful day for them. I know it's a big day for shops, right? They get a lot of people, more, people coming in and hopefully can, bring some more people into the shop ongoing. So good stuff. Yes, I don't know if we're ready. I think we just need we need more live streams of you driving around the streets of New York City or of Queens. We need more of that. We missed that, and then randomly seeing people on the street. We need that stakeout type video from you again, Comic Journey. It's been a while. I mean, Izzy does it once in a while, but it's not the same. Yeah, good time hanging out with Paul yesterday. Like I said, the shop was. I mean, I'm not at the shop that often, but the shop definitely seemed really busy. So that was good to see for, a free comic book day. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't claim that my life is exciting either, but um, I think if I show enough of my dogs, it'll keep the dog people interested at least, right? uh, CJ of the streets, yes, that's my favorite CJ videos when he's driving around and we're afraid he's going to run a stop sign or something. So, all right, we're going to draw this. We'll give everybody another couple seconds. We got 18 entries. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. See who's getting our second duck of the month. Durs. Congrats. Durs gets a duck, just as I highlighted his comment. Yeah, those are always fun too. I always enjoy seeing other, comic book shops or places that people are hunting. That those are always fun videos to watch too. So, yeah. Well, there's a lot of videos on YouTube of people just walking city streets, seeing some stuff that's going out there in real life. So, um, you never know what people are going to be interested in. So, Manny's here. Good morning, Manny. Appreciate you being here. So let's pull some books. Let me move my beverage over here. Where's Chris the comic vet to tell me to watch my back? Let's pull some books. We're going to just go CJ, some back to front, front to back. We're going to do the front one and the back one. That's 3. We'll do Rob is here. Good morning, Rob. Appreciate you being here. And thank you for backing my Kickstarter. Really do appreciate that. Okay. 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Dark Ages #1. This was a fun little miniseries. I think this was a 5-issue miniseries. That was a fun story. Avengers No Surrender, number 690. We've got the Infinity Crusade, number 1. Let There Be Light on a Sunday. Very, very fitting. Let There Be Light. Sounds very, very religious. Iron Man 25, Legacy number 650. This is like a, let's see. Yeah, so it's a little extra, some anniversary stories in there. And then the last book is from Dynamite, Black Terror number 1. Don't know much about that one. Yes, right. Wasn't that outside of Midtown Comics, their outlet store? Right. We saw some guy with CJ was heckling some guy with some bags on the corner. Yeah, pretty good books. Right. I don't think they're as good as Rob Fatstacks restacked his. He was putting some books away in his giveaway bin last night. So I don't think I compete with the level of books that's in his bin, but I try to do okay. But Rob was dropping some Silver Age Spider-Man into his giveaway bin last night. So, oh really? Okay, I didn't know that. I should, of course, Roger would have the answer to that. Let's see. What else did? Oh, CBC Awards. Want to talk a little bit about the CBC Awards? We are 6 weeks away. Yesterday was the 6-week mark to nominations opening, June 15th. Open nominations in the 30 different categories that we have. So we did a live video just going over the updates. Definitely go check that out if you haven't, or if you hit the CBC Awards website, you can find out all of the details there. But we're about 6 weeks away. Nominations open June 15th. It's the Saturday of Heroes Con. So good time to campaign, or if you're not one of those that likes to actively campaign when nominations are open, you've got 6 weeks to kind of get the word out. So Rob is he's that giveaway bin is stacked over there. Oh, that's right. Didn't I? There was the guy had like a plastic bag that you could use to put your comics in when you go to a comic shop, and he had some money and stuff in there, right? And some like laundry detergent or something in there. I forget. Madam is here. Good morning, Madam. Madam finally, the sculpture that she had done finally got unveiled in its new home to the for the public to enjoy. So check out Madam on Instagram to see. She dropped a picture yesterday of the statue, the unveiling. I know there was a ceremony and she had to speak at it and everything. So really good stuff. Congrats to Madam on that. I know that's been a long process, something that's been in the works for a while. So congrats to Madam for finally having that displayed. Gene is here. Good morning, Gene. Hope you are doing well. There's his comment. No worries. I got a package in the mail from Gene this week, so I'll be doing a video showing off some mail call stuff and have Gene's books in there. So thanks, Gene, for that. And you won't be surprised. It's Spider-Man books. So, I think that's all I got for you today. We're going to probably wrap it up a couple minutes early. We'll jump over to Bleeker's channel in about 10 minutes. Church with Bleeker. He has an open invite. So if anybody's looking to jump on, you can go jump on over there. That's right. He walked away, right? He had to. I was like, that was a while ago, but yeah, there was some guy who put some bags down on the street. He had some money in it. CJ went out to investigate, and the The guy came running over. So yeah, I forget where was that on one of my streams. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it might have been. It was on one of the Breakfast with Bryans. CJ was out and about, and I think right you were going to the outlet store for Midtown Comics, but I think it was actually closed on the day that you were there, right? No, I haven't seen that. And Roger, where are you these days? Are you down south? You up north, northeast? Where are you? I know you're traveling. You're a traveling man now, spending some parts of your time up in the Northeast, in the New Jersey, New York area, and then a couple, some time down in your home base of your home base, the Meta Cave. So let us know. Hopefully that's working out for you. Kind of splitting time between two locations. I guess you're kind of like a reverse snowbird, right? You live in Florida, but you vacation in New York, New Jersey. All right, he's up north. He's up north. Very nice. So yeah, I think that's all I got for you today. A couple videos coming out this week. Wednesday, I actually have trying to track down the oldest comic book in the United States. So did a little research, did a little digging, and so see what I come up with. I have 5 or 6 contenders of comic shops that were open in the 60s. So definitely, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out. And I'd like to hear about you. Like what in your home state do you know what the oldest comic book shop is? So definitely check that out. Quick video. It's under 5 minutes, but I think that'll be dropping on Wednesday, and then I'll have a new vlog this week as well, and then we'll be live again next Sunday. I think Sunday. Next Sunday's Mother's Day too. So yeah, we can celebrate Mother's Day together. I don't think I can get my mom to come on, but I don't think she'll be able to figure out that technology. But yeah, so we'll see you next live stream next Sunday. And like I said, go jump over to Bleecker Street this morning. It'll be live in a couple minutes. Oh, all right. Yeah, 80% up north. Yeah, you definitely that's kind of like a reverse snowbird, right? Yeah, Mile High, right? Yeah, Mile High is definitely the oldest. Yeah, there was one here in South Carolina that I'm drawing a blank on the name, but it was open it closed about 4 or 5 years ago, but it was open, I think close to 60 years before they closed shop. So, but yeah. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me, talking the Kickstarter and CBC awards and sports. Let's go Rangers. Ranger game this afternoon. We're going to leave you with, like I said, we've done this a few times now. Travis is taking a little break from YouTube, so hope all is well with him. I know he's been doing a little bit of stuff here and there on Instagram. Seen him pop in every once in a while. So we'll leave you with a this or that. But have a great Saturday and a good rest, your new week ahead. And we'll see you next Sunday.
All right. So say you were up against The Rock and John Cena in a wrestling match. Who are you picking as your tag team partner? We have Pocan Joe or Remy from Remy Studios.
I was instantly going to be like Pocan Joe, like that. He's indestructible. But then you have Remy Q, who will he'd probably bring the freaking chainsaw to the match. Gonna go Pocan Joe. He's the indestructible man. So yeah, okay. Pocan Joe.
Say that you required a bedtime story every night. Who is reading it to you? John's Comics with Kids or Roger Metarog?
Oof, that is tough. that is tough. But if you remember, John's Comics with Kids did videos of him narrating and telling us the story of Harry Potter until something happened. But I would have to say John's Comics with Kids, like who wouldn't want that like in your ear as your eyes are closing, as you go into a deep sleep, you hear nothing but John's voice